Recently, I concluded my watching of the feature-length Marvel Cinematic Universe films from start to finish. The quality of the MCU is generally quite high, but after my Marvel voyage, I can confirm my favorite MCU film boasts a rich layer of thematic exploration unmatched by the rest of the franchise. So today, I want to talk to you about Captain America: The Winter Soldier. There are lots of things I could discuss about the Winter Soldier. Cap's relationship with Natasha, the relationship with Sam, his relationship with Bucky. I think these aspects contribute to its being my favorite MCU flick, but what it really nails is its themes. There's really two themes at play here: the tension between trust and friendship, namely among spies, and the tension between freedom and security. What it all boils down to is Steve not knowing how to navigate a murky world of gray instead of the black and white one he woke up from. The movie starts with Cap and Natasha on a mission. Cap begins to voice his doubts about S.H.I.E.L.D. and its director, Nick Fury, but Natasha tells him to drop it.
So it's not off course, it's trespassing.
I'm sure they have a good reason.
You know, I'm getting a little tired of being Fury's janitor.
Relax, it's not that complicated.
How many pirates?
Later, he finds Natasha sneaking around while their teammates fight to secure the ship, and he learns that she's working on a different objective outside his purview.
You're saving S.H.I.E.L.D. intel.
Whatever I can get my hands on.
Our mission is to rescue hostages.
No, that's your mission. And you've done it beautifully.
You just jeopardized this whole operation.
I think that's overstating things.
So Cap confronts Fury.
I didn't lie. Agent Romanoff had a different mission than yours.
Which you didn't feel obliged to share.
I'm not obliged to do anything.
Those hostages could have died, Nick.
I sent the greatest soldier in history to make sure that didn't happen.
Soldiers trust each other. That's what makes it an army. Not a bunch of guys running around shooting guns.
Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. Look, I didn't want you doing anything you weren't comfortable with. Agent Romanoff is comfortable with everything.
I can't lead a mission when the people I'm leading have missions of their own.
It's called compartmentalization. Nobody spills the secrets because nobody knows them all.
Except you.
In an overture to bring Cap into the know, Fury introduces him to Project Oversight, but they immediately butt heads.
These new long-range precision guns can eliminate 1,000 hostiles a minute. The satellites can read a terrorist's DNA before he steps outside his spider hole. We're gonna neutralize a lot of threats before they even happen.
Thought the punishment usually came after the crime.
We can't afford to wait that long. For once, we're way ahead of the curve.
By holding a gun to everyone on Earth and calling it protection.
You know, I read those SSR files. Greatest Generation? You guys did some nasty stuff.
Yeah. We compromised. Sometimes in ways that made us not sleep so well. But we did it so that people could be free. This isn't freedom. This is fear.
S.H.I.E.L.D. takes the world as it is, not as we'd like it to be. And it's getting damn near past time for you to get with that program, Cap.
Don't hold your breath.
Cap has now encountered both his rock and his hard place. He doesn't trust the people above or below him in S.H.I.E.L.D., and he doesn't like the compromise S.H.I.E.L.D. is about to make in the name of security. Now, in my opinion, this is a masterclass in laying out themes. We're only 17 minutes into the runtime, and the stage has already been set effortlessly. The scene you just watched is a beautiful whirlwind of political philosophy, and it's snapped off in about 30 seconds. I've seen plenty of movies that can't do this half as quickly or half as well. And now, as Steve grapples with the realities of his new profession, he confides in the one friend he has left, the Alzheimer's-stricken Peggy Carter.
For as long as I can remember, I just wanted to do what was right. Guess I'm not quite sure what that is anymore.
So there you have it. Cap isn't sure what to do. It's simple, but it's also a succinct encapsulation of our two themes. He doesn't believe in the mission anymore, and how could he when no one can be trusted? Watch him needle Fury about his secrets, and see Fury forbid him from trusting anyone moving forward, moments before he's assassinated.
Didn't know you were married.
A lot of things you don't know about me.
I know, Nick. That's the problem. Who else knows about your wife?
Just my friends.
Is that what we are?
That's up to you.
And as if Steve's past few days weren't dramatic enough, Secretary Pierce informs him that the bugs Fury warned him about in his apartment were placed by Fury. You can see it on his face. Our hero is completely unsure which way's up. Can he even trust what Fury told him before he got shot? Can he trust Pierce now? And while Steve is conflicted about Project Insight's trade-off of freedom and security, the Secretary drops this line.
To build a really better world sometimes means having to tear the old one down. That makes enemies.
The thematic content runs deep throughout The Winter Soldier. This is not merely a who can you trust spy thriller. It makes persistent and thoughtful commentary about friendship and trust, as well as adapting to a complex moral world and maintaining your integrity. Not long after, Cap goes on the run with Natasha, hoping he can trust her, and actually confronting her about it.
You know, it's kind of hard to trust someone when you don't know who that someone really is.
Yeah. Who do you want me to be?
How about a friend?
Well, there's a chance you might be in the wrong business, Rogers.
What they're about to find out is that S.H.I.E.L.D. has been manipulated by Hydra moles for decades. Project Insight was supposed to be turned against would-be terrorists and criminals, but it's actually going to be deployed by Hydra operatives to kill untold millions who would oppose their attempt to enslave the world.
Hydra created a world so chaotic that humanity is finally ready to sacrifice its freedom to gain its security.
It turns out Project Insight is worse than Cap has feared.
Now, we're in the future.
In the future? How could it know?
The 21st century is a digital book. Zola taught Hydra how to read it. Your bank records, medical histories, voting patterns, emails, phone calls, your damn SAT scores.
Again, the screenwriters deftly present a pertinent and multifaceted philosophical issue, neatly summarized in just a few lines of dialogue. And then, Captain America runs with it. Our S.H.I.E.L.D. team gets together with the just kidding, not dead Nick Fury and goes over their game plan. Steve is resolute. While Nick wants to salvage the good from S.H.I.E.L.D.,
To get past them, insert these server blades, and maybe, just maybe, we can salvage what's
We're not
left.
salvaging anything. We're not just taking down the carriers, Nick. We're taking down S.H.I.E.L.D.
Looks like you're giving the orders now, Captain.
Cap can't stop the Project Insight carriers from taking off on his own, so he draws upon his renewed conviction and pleads with the loyal crew members to take a stand.
I know I'm asking a lot. But the price of freedom is high. It always has been. And it's a price I'm willing to pay. And if I'm the only one, then so be it. But I'm willing to bet I'm not.
My final note about the Winter Soldier's expertly realized themes is this scene, which is elegantly written and features a superb performance. Cap's speech has made an impact on these normal crew members, and his commitment to freedom over tyranny and fear emboldens them to act in spite of the physical harm they'll be subject to as a result.
Preempt the launch sequence. Send those ships up now. Is there a problem? Is there a problem?
Sorry, sir.
I'm not gonna launch those ships. Captain's orders.
Move away from your station.
Like he said. Captain's orders.
You picked the wrong side, Agent.
Depends on where you're standing.
Captain Rogers has decided once and for all what he stands for, and by his example, others found their courage. More than the tantalizing promise of security through technology, our heroes chose to trust their team and their countrymen with their hard-won freedom, which is only ever one generation away from extinction.